Aries. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your February 2016 forecast for the month. I'm happy to be here back outside in some warmth. I know the East Coast is dealing with snow right now, but on the west we are back in our normal 70-degree temperatures. Not rubbing it in, but I'm bi-coastal half the time anyway, so it's just a beautiful day, so I wanted to take the forecast outside. I have the Art Nouveau tarot deck by Antonella Castelli. It's beautiful. It's very romantic looking. I was feeling kind of romantic this morning. And February, Valentine's Day, for all you lovers out there. So we have the romance deck happening. Let's start the forecast on the 8th of February. We have our new moon at 19 degrees of Aquarius. The sun is stationed in Aquarius since January 20th. And our new moon is conjunct the sun, like it always is, at 19 degrees. And there's a lot of influence in Aquarius this month. We have just a few transits that I want to go over, but mainly there are the aspects that are in place between Uranus and Pluto and the Jupiter-Mercury trine as well. But that trine will shift a little bit on the 13th. We have Mercury changing into Aquarius as well. So this is between the new moon and the sun and Mercury. This is the 11th house for you, Arians. This is goals, your friendships, your organizations, and your clubs and affiliations, and what you're connected to, who you are connected to. And if you have some new goals that you'd like to implement for the full year, that's your new moon on the 8th to initiate them, write them down, make a list. Or if you want some new people, new friendships into your life, this is the great day to focus on that, bringing in some fresh new energy of social connections. Mercury, the planet that normally governs communications and contacts and clients and information, is in this 11th house, very active social sector as well. So there's a strong influence in February with who you're meeting and how you're communicating with them now that Mercury is direct, officially clearing his shadow on Valentine's Day. He'll be at the 1 degree mark of Aquarius, the degree in which he retrograded on Valentine's Day on the 14th. So you're smooth sailing with the communications. And on the 16th, Venus follows suit. Venus will then enter Aquarius in the 11th house, smoothing over and beautifying the social connections that you've made. And maybe creating a little sensuality to your connections. Maybe you'll have to feel your connections instead of judging them mentally. Venus is a sensual sign and emotes ease and harmony. So there's a special harmony with the relationships that you're making at this time. And I think there's a new batch of people coming into your life, Aries, which is great, just in time for the astrological new year on March 20th. You'll get a new batch of influences, of friends. On the 19th, the sun transits out of this sector of Aquarius into the quiet house, the house of rest and the undoing, the 12th house, Pisces for you, and the house of endings and the house of addictions, the house of release before the first house. So it tends to be a quiet time when the sun is in the 12th. You want to rest more. Your body might feel like it needs recuperative rest. The energy might be a little bit low. The sun being energy, but in a house that's very slow moving, the last house. On the 22nd, we have our full moon at 3 degrees of Virgo in the 6th house of errands, the 6th house of tasks and the job, the day-to-day routine, the health. So having a full moon in this sector brings an ending and an awareness. Perhaps some of you are ending health routines at this time. There's some gardeners outside, so I apologize if you can hear them. They're raking, so I'll see how noisy it gets. It's so hard to do these forecasts outside in nature without the distraction. But I really connect when I'm outside, so bear with me if you can. So the full moon bringing an ending to the way you're doing the job, an ending to the way you are structuring the hours within your day, the sixth house of routine and structure. So there's some tasks that are coming to a completion here. There could be a health routine that's finished if you were on a program. There could be a project that you finished as well at work. So I want to actually get to the deck a little earlier. Those are the transits I like to discuss, and I want to consult the cards because I'm receiving some messages that there's not enough time with the cards, and I like to kind of switch it up and not make it fully astrological. I want to do a little half and half. So let's get to the deck and see what the Art Nouveau deck has to say for Aries in the month of February. Again, if there's tension in the Pluto-Uranus area for you, Uranus being in the sector of Aries, being your first house of self, especially if you're an Aries rising, that would strongly apply to the first house. There is some spontaneous energy with Pluto being destructive and Uranus bringing surprise. So you've had some spontaneous, abrupt, but also maybe electric insight and independent rebellion, even with those two mixing together. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'm anxious to get to them for Aries. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com, and I read all through the week. I also have a radio show coming up on February 25th at Goddess Alive Radio. The Mother House of the Goddess.com is where you'd find the info on that. And I'll be posting as well on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot, and my website. So let's see. Ooh, we have the Five of Wands. Look how beautiful and romantical. Five of Wands. Okay, usually the five comes with some strife, okay? But the way I interpret the Five of Wands, because I use the knowledge of my alchemical deck as well as the traditional tarot meaning, this could be a creative endeavor. Fire is the catalyst for action and creativity. And the Five of Wands in my alchemical deck is the burning hand, the hand that has all of the five fingertips on fire. There could be a creative desire right now. There could also be the need to have children or to procreate right now. But the Five of Wands could be a little competition around you in a creative endeavor or an entrepreneurial endeavor, an independent endeavor. Ooh, sexy card, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel. La rueda in Espanol. And they have all the different languages, which I love because I love language being ruled by Mercury. Okay, wheel, luck, fate, transformation, change. The wheel is upright. It might be your time now, things coming to you, things being able to manifest at this time. Temperance. Oh, I'm sorry, the Empress. I don't know why it looked like Temperance at the bottom right here real quick, but it's the Empress. Talk about fertility. Talk about becoming pregnant and feeling the initial seeds or the desire catalyst for growth, either literal fertility or creative independent work. The offspring is what I want to say. The offspring, or things, seeds that you had planted earlier could manifest in the time of February and going into spring, where everything's blooming. You also have the Hierophant. Wow, a lot of major arcana. The Hierophant. You might need some education or schooling or some wise counsel, study, wisdom, a guru, looking up to someone, getting advice, applying or studying for school. A Taurus male might be of influence to you. Another major arcana card, the Hangman. The Hanged Man. Things taking their time. You could have been at a standstill and things are pushing through. There was a waiting game, not moving forward, not moving backward. Look at all the bottom cards, all of these major arcana cards. And then all focused around the first card, which is that Five of Wands. Competition in creative endeavors. People that might not want to see you start your own business. I don't know why I feel that way. People that might look at you and go, oh, that's great, good for you. And in the back of their mind, they're like, why don't I have anything together? There's a constant comparison to their own path to, that's why you're getting new friends. Okay, this is what's up. The 11th house is so influenced. They're saying to me, some of your friends aren't really happy for you. Some of you Arians have fair-weathered friends. Have some frenemy action. The friends that are like, saying they want you to succeed, but the reality is quite different because they're judging themselves. It's not that they don't like you, but they can't appreciate something that's happening to someone outside of their own consciousness. So there's a little bit of jealousy, competition, and that's okay. Hey, haters gonna hate. Let them go away. You're getting influence in the 11th house. You'll have a whole batch of supportive friends and social influences coming to you in February, especially if you focus on it. Mercury, just be a little chatty, and you know, they could come through. A lot of female friends too, with Venus in the 11th house. The influence of the feminine. I'm feeling very feminine today. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel super masculine. But in the little floral shirt and with the romance of the cards, look at these beautiful women adorned in silk and lace. I love this deck. Antonella's onto something. And I'm wishing you a beautiful Valentine's Day as well, Aries. So I will see you next month. Have a beautiful February. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.